Fortnite's dying. Don't deny it. Don't suppress it. Just acknowledge the fact that it's dying. Now, I don't mean dying as in the fact that it is literally going to be dead. No one's going to be playing it. No, that is not what I mean. But the game is definitely losing its popularity, and it will continue to lose its popularity. Now, before you instantly go and dislike this video and start hating me, just hear me out, please. Thank you. Now, in order for us to really understand why the game is dying, let's really discuss what made it big in the first place. Now, in case you don't know already by now, for some reason, Fortnite was not originally made as a Battle Royale game. It had its whole Save the World feature, and it had been in development for pretty much probably like 6, 7, 8 years. And then, like, pretty much last minute, in a span of 2 months or so, they threw together the Battle Royale mode. This was never really their intention for what their main focal point of the game was going to be, and I don't think them or anyone else knew how big this Battle Royale mode would get. At the time this game was released, the only real big Battle Royale games out at the time were H1Z1 and PUBG. So when Fortnite gets released as a free game that's available on all platforms as opposed to H1Z1 and PUBG, which were only PC, Fortnite comes for free to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, so that's one reason it got big. It was a Battle Royale game that everyone got to try out. Another reason it got big is when you look at H1Z1 and PUBG, they're both kind of darker, more serious tone type of Battle Royale games, kind of more worn down like feels and environments. And then you get Fortnite into the hand, and it's like really light colored, really bright, has tons of bright colors, it's cartoonish, and it just has a bright, upbeat feel to it. Not to mention, it just ultimately was a lot smoother. Like PUBG and H1Z1 both played a lot clunkier, it felt like, didn't have as much smooth controls. Plus, Fortnite not only, on the other hand, was smoother, but ultimately the building aspect is what really ultimately set it apart. Its building aspect and the fact that it's much more fast-paced. Now, I've played a little bit of H1Z1, but not enough to really discuss it myself. But PUBG, on the other hand, I can definitely tell you from my point of view, ultimately it's just a lot more slow-paced. I mean, like, the pre-game lobby, the wait time is ridiculously absurd. I've literally sat in that pre-game lobby for probably 2 or 3 minutes before. And then it just ultimately is a lot slower paced. You can land, loot, and literally you can play for 10 minutes and not see a single person. As opposed to Fortnite, the pre-game lobby is usually at maximum probably like 30-45 seconds, and the game itself is just overall faster paced. I mean, yes, you definitely have times where you can run across the map for 7 minutes and not see no one, but ultimately that doesn't happen as often as usually in like H1Z1 or PUBG. Ultimately, Fortnite is just different, and when it came out, no one had ever really seen anything like it before. Yes, we had heard a little bit about Battle Royale, but like I said, Fortnite has the building aspect, they have the cartoonish feel, they have the fast-pacedness, and it was free for all players on all platforms. It held its popularity for a long time and only gained and gained and gained more and more popularity, and it just became the focal point of literally all of the internet. Every time I'd hop on Instagram, every time I'd hop on Twitter, every time I talked to someone, everything was about Fortnite. Everything was a Fortnite reference. When I was at work, everything was a Fortnite reference. Everything we talked about, the jokes we made, the things we did, the dances we did. Every kid I saw in the mall, because I work in a mall, every kid I saw in the mall would be doing like the floss or some kind of dance. Literally everywhere you would look, I would see something Fortnite related, and I could not get away from it. It was like a bad nightmare, okay? But now here we are about a year later since the game was released, and it's just not really as big as it was. Yes, it's still very popular and absurdly popular. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a dead game and no one plays it. It's still insanely popular. But you're lying to yourself if you're going to sit here and tell me that it's just as big and just as fun as it was when you first played it. More and more often now I'm seeing that people are getting kind of sick of Fortnite and find it boring and repetitive. Sometimes I see this in YouTube comments, sometimes I see this in Instagram comments, sometimes I see it in replies on Twitter, and hell, sometimes I even get it within friends' conversations, like from people I know personally, saying that they are also getting bored with Fortnite. It's getting to the point where I feel like most teenagers and young adults and adults who have been playing the game are the ones who are getting kind of tired of it. Pretty much everyone that's sustaining the game at this point are little kids. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying no one plays Fortnite. Like I said, I still play it from time to time. I still have fun with it. Most people I know still play it from time to time. But ultimately, even when we do play it, at least me personally, when I play it, I don't have fun with it like I used to. Like I never really, from the start, never really thought it was really an amazing game, because I played it back when it was still relatively unheard of. And even then, like, I had fun with it, but I never really thought it was this insanely fun game. And so when I saw it blow up in popularity, I didn't really understand why, because I've played much more fun multiplayer games. Now, this is why the game is going to die. As of right now, the game is already starting to lose its popularity a little bit. More and more people are starting to find it boring and repetitive. But ultimately, right now, it's the only game that's really out. I mean, really, off the top of your head, how many multiplayer games can you really think of that are out right now and that are genuinely fun to play? I mean, other than Fortnite, the other multiplayer game that I really have fun with right now is Rainbow Six Siege, and that's really it. I mean, I don't really have fun with any other multiplayer games right now, and there's no single player games that are really new right now. At least that are brand new that I haven't already played. That's one reason it's still sustaining its popularity as well, because ultimately there isn't much else out there to play right now. But that's going to change this fall. We really got to take a look at a lot of the games that are coming out this winter and fall, and that starts in September with games such as Life is Strange 2 and Spider-Man, which I know are single-player games. But then we look ahead to October and November with multiplayer games such as Black Ops 4, we got Battlefield 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, then there's going to be Fallout 76. So, I mean, as of right now, Fortnite is definitely the leader, but it's going to lose popularity as more and more people start drifting towards other games, because no matter what you say about Battlefield, no matter what you say about Call of Duty, those two games are going to for sure steal plenty of players from Fortnite. And we got Red Dead Redemption 2, which is for sure going to steal a lot of players, because they're going to be so sucked into the single player of Red Dead, and then I'm sure the online mode is going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be like a GTA 5 type of level of attention, but it's definitely going to be a very fun online mode. And not only do we have more multiplayer games coming out in general, we got 2 more big Battle Royale games coming out, because Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty Black Ops 4 are both adding Battle Royale modes. Now obviously we don't know how fun these are going to be or how polished they're going to be, but ultimately that's 2 more Battle Royale games that we're going to have on console. So whether you like it or not, it's going to be providing competition to Fortnite. One more thing I also kind of want to mention about the fact of why Fortnite is dying is it's not even just Fortnite, but honestly I think it's just the Battle Royale genre is dying. It was something that was new, it came out, we were all interested in it, we all had fun with it, but ultimately the genre itself I think is just quickly dying. I think it's one of those things that came up and we were all having fun for a minute, but ultimately it gets annoying and repetitive and boring, and it just honestly, let's be honest here, Battle Royale takes a lot more luck than skill. Yes, there's skill, especially in the Fortnite aspect when you have to build your way out of gunfights, there's definitely skill involved, but more often than not is luck. I would probably say 75% of the time I die in Fortnite, or any Battle Royale game for that matter, is usually because of luck. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's really all I have to say as to why I think Fortnite is dying. And like I said, I personally just think it's getting boring and repetitive. I'm looking forward to more multiplayer games and single player games coming out later this year and next year. What about you guys? What do you guys think? Are you guys still having a blast with Fortnite just like you were pretty much day one? Or are you starting to get bored with it and finding it repetitive as well? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Fortnite as of right now, and do you agree or disagree with my video? I would love to see what you guys have to say. And until next time, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.